Yo, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, I create configs for applications and devices that turn your mouse and keyboard into a controller. As you know, aim assist these days is very strong, and unless you play a lot, it can be hard to play against. This is the most evident in games like Call of Duty, where aim assist is a bit overtuned. And today, I'm going to be showing 3 different configs for ReWASD in Call of Duty, so make sure you pay attention. If you don't know what ReWASD is, it's a program that allows you to remap many different devices. What I show is turning your mouse and keyboard into a controller to get aim assist like controller players, but this is just one of the many things it can do. This can be used with controller as well. Hell, you can even use it to make your cell phone a controller if you wanted. These configs I'm going to be showing today are weapon specific, but will still work with a lot of the ground loot in Call of Duty. I plan on updating these as the meta changes. The weapons I'm talking about are the DTIR battle rifle and the static SMG. Before we hop in game and I show you what's going on with the configs, there's a couple of things I want to show you that I do when using ReWASD. The first thing, you're going to type in mouse, come to your mouse settings and additional mouse settings. You're going to go to pointer options, and you're going to uncheck enhanced pointer precision. I also use 7 on the notch for pointer speed. The other thing is, in Steam, before you go in game, you click on Call of Duty over here, you're going to click settings, properties, come to controller, and disable Steam input. These configs will work with multiple DPI. If you go too far over 1600 though, it may start to feel a little off. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe if you like the content and find it helpful. The Discord will be linked in the description below. We're building an amazing Discord community, and it's a good place to ask questions. I mean, they gotta be cool if they can deal with my ass. ReWASD also has a Discord where they offer support and are very responsive, so don't be afraid to stop by either of these Discords if you have an issue. Again, they will be linked in the description below. Without further ado, let's hop in game and talk about the configs. All right, now that we're in game, let me show you what's going on with the configs. There's a new sticky aim config. This is different than the last one. It works a bit differently. You're going to be able to see the screen shake. And the only difference between this first config I'm going to show you and the second config I'm going to show you is the first one, you'll see the screen shake, as you can see here. And the second one, I'm going to show you how to hide this if you want. The third config has nothing to do with either of these, but it'll use the same exact settings as this config right here. And the reason why there's different configs is because they all need different recoil settings. So if you look here, this is just an example. You'll see I'm not moving the mouse or anything here. This is just an example of what they would do in each config. And the first 2 configs, it's just going to be, it's mainly for the DTIR, right? But it'll still work good for the static SMG too. You'll see how its recoil pattern is. You'll see there are a lot of them are clumped together. It's really easy to use. Now, the third config, I'm going to have a recoil pattern for both of these, and you can switch them on the 1 and 2 buttons. So as you'll see again, not moving anything, and these are very simple combos. The more advanced you make a combo, the more changes in the crosshair you're gonna have, the less effective it'll be. But you'll see with these, super effective because it's not moving your crosshair all that much except the same direction. So very good. And the reason why I didn't include sticky aim in the third config is because the recoil combos like this, when you make them like this, they already make it extremely sticky. So this is the first sticky aim config. Let me show you the settings for this. Now that we're in the settings, this is for the first config. There's not very many settings that are different between all 3 configs. The first and the third config are going to be the same. The second config is only going to have one change. So first things first, you want to be set to controller. Your button layout, you need to be set to default. The most important tab is the aiming tab. Your sensitivities, you want all the way up at 2020. ADS sensitivity for this is 1.69. If you change the ADS sensitivity, you will have to change the recoil combo. So if you want to change your sensitivity, I suggest raising DPI or changing the sensitivity in ReWASD. All right. Aim response curve type is going to be linear, and you want to click the the drop down right here and change aim, response, curve, slope scale, you want to turn this all the way down. And then if you want to copy the rest of the settings, you can. In the gameplay tab, there are 2 settings that are really important for Warzone, and that's going to be interact and reload behavior. You want to make sure you're on one of the prioritized because it makes both interact and reload tap unless they're available together. So backpack control is another important one. This is for the backpack because you can't control it with your mouse like you normally do. You want to change this to stick, and then you will loot with W, A, S, and D. Melee will drop all, and space will drop singles. And then I'll scroll through the rest. You can copy the rest if you want. That's basically the important settings for this config. All right, so now that we got that, the second config is just if you want to hide the sticky aim. So I'm going to show you what this does. So right here, it's a standard curve. It uses the standard curve, hide sticky aim. I'm going to apply this config. Only thing you have to change here is the aim response curve type. You're going to change this to standard, and you're going to raise the response curve slope scale all the way up. And once you do that, you'll notice this config uses a different sensitivity, different recoil combos, but that's the only thing that's different. Everything else needs to stay the same. You'll see again, I'm not moving my mouse at all. Similar recoil pattern. But the thing you'll notice with this config is you don't see the shake nearly as much. Like if you're really paying attention, you're going to notice it, but you're not going to see it up against the, you know, objects or anything like that. Normally, if you're aiming against a wall like this, you'll see the wall shaking. You can't see any of that or nothing with the standard one. All right, the third config. Third config is a bit different. There's no sticky aim in this one. There's no sticky aim in this one, but I did add something that's not in these configs. As you'll see here, there's a lot more going on in these configs, and that's recoil swap. So the settings for this one's going to be exactly the same, except you're going to be back on linear. Going to be back on linear, and the slopes go all the way down again. You'll see this one doesn't have any shake to it or anything like that. Still extremely sticky config. If you come over here, you'll see you get aim assist all the way out here. It's slowing down already all the way out here away from this far target. And it also has the recoil for it. The big change in this one is I used a lot more layers, and I also did a recoil combo for the static. So if you hit 1, you're in your main layer. If you hit 2, it switches to another layer for your SMG, and that's the static. And you'll see how this looks. Now you'll see it's not perfect. It bounces up a little bit, but this is good. This is good right here. And the reason for this is because it's going to bounce up to the head, and then you see all these shots together. The static has randomized recoil along with all the guns have randomized recoil, but you'll see the more you do it, you'll get a different recoil pattern. But again, a really simple recoil combo that's not going to affect your aim that much, and it's going to keep you on point. The reason why I do these recoil combos up close is because it's going to be perfectly accurate up close. As you get further, you'll see you still have recoil, but when you're on the target, it doesn't affect you as much. So you still got really good recoil, but you still have to you're still gonna have to compensate a little bit here. But you'll see it works really good as long as that aim assist slowdown's in effect. That recoil combo is gonna kick in, and you're gonna see it's really accurate. All right, so hit 1. You'll see I'm back. I'm on the recoil combo for the DTIR. Hit 2. It's a recoil combo for the static. I'm going to be updating this config specifically for the meta. Every time the meta changes, this config is going to get updated. Whether I make a video on that or not, I don't know. So make sure you join the Discord so you get updates on this. And yeah, man, that's basically it. That's the 3 configs, man. Not much difference in the settings, but in ReWASD, there is a difference. I appreciate everybody joining me. Got some gameplay using the first config, the sticky aim config. Just simply the one I recorded the gameplay with, and I decided to add some extra stuff after I recorded the gameplay. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Enjoy the gameplay. Peace.
members are in the safe zone.
Dropping ammo.
Loadout drop headed your way.
Enemy movement.
You're redeploying. Enemy streak ended by your efforts. Rogue signal broadcast detected. Encrypted signal confirmed. Select the highest stockpile cache to unlock the broadcast signal. We've got 10 squads active in the field. Oh, that squad's gonna be pissed. You just ended their streak. We're outside the top squads. Let's push harder to break in. Last one standing, soldier. to the safe zone.
Oh shit.